Once upon a time, a poor woodcutter was cutting wood in the forest. Suddenly, his axe handle broke. He threw the useless piece of wood away and went home. When he told his wife the next day that they needed a new axe handle, she said, "My father has an axe handle just like that one. Let's go see him." They went to her father's house. "Father, we need an axe handle," said the woodcutter. "Look here, take it." The old man pointed to a very long stick leaning against the wall. It was so long that it couldn't possibly fit into an axe. The woodcutter thanked him and went home happily. At home, he chopped off a piece that was just right for an axe handle. As he was about to cut it, his son stopped him. "Let me try," he said, and he cut it into 2 equal halves. At first, people were surprised to see so many axes, but they were even more surprised when he told them the price. For such fine workmanship, he could have asked much more, but he wanted to sell them quickly, so he sold all 18 axes in no time at all. The woodcutter and his wife were very proud of their son. They went to the market to buy all kinds of treats. When they got home, they called their son to give him his share of the money. "Give me my share, and then take whatever's left," he said. So they gave him what they thought was a fair amount. "No, this isn't right," said the young man. "We agreed that I would get what I earned." His parents argued, but he wouldn't listen. So the woodcutter took him to court. "I've sold the axes, but I haven't counted the money yet." The judge said, "Well then, let's count it together." The young man brought the money and laid it on the table. The judge, the woodcutter, and his wife began counting. To their surprise, they found 17 bags full of gold. The young man took his share of the money and lived very well from then on. The woodcutter and his wife were very ashamed for not keeping their promise. From that day on, they always remembered to keep their word. Once upon a time in the Middle East, there was a rich man who owned everything that could be owned, except camels. He wanted to buy a camel, but he couldn't agree on a price with the merchant. So the next day he took it back and said, "Take it, and add half of its weight in gold to what you paid for it." The merchant didn't know the weight of the camel, but he didn't want to lose the deal, so he took the camel and went to weigh it. It weighed 100 kilos. He put 50 kilos of gold on the other side of the scale, and the pan balanced perfectly. The merchant kept the camel and the gold and gave the rest of the gold to the rich man. Every time the rich man bragged about his cleverness, the merchant would say, "That's nothing. Wait till I tell you what I did to the king." Once upon a time, a fox was playing by a river when he saw some fish. "I wish I could catch those fish," he said. He took a big breath, jumped into the water, and made a big splash. The fish were so frightened that they jumped out of the water and landed right in the fox's paws. The fox was very happy. "This is so easy," he said, and he played around in the river for a while. Then he saw some more fish, and he tried to catch them in the same way, but it didn't work. The fox took a big breath again, jumped into the water, and made a big splash. But the fish were ready for him this time. They bit the fox's paws and swam away as fast as they could. The fox pulled his paws out of the water and ran away. A little further on, he met a turtle. "What happened?" he asked. "Those fish bit me," said the fox. "Why did you touch them?" asked the turtle. "I wanted to catch them," said the fox, "but they bit me, and now my paws hurt." "If you had only grabbed them firmly the first time, you could have caught as many as you wanted," said the turtle. After hearing this, the fox felt a little embarrassed. He realized that he had been too scared to grab the fish firmly, and that's why he failed.